You're telling me, and this is me trying to get the car back into sleep. You're struggling with sleep because you're stressed out. So how does this all work out? Is there a time crunch or what's going on?
That's why I've been trying to investigate and trying to figure it out. And here's one of the things I've been thinking. It's because I'm fat, it's affecting my sleep quality. But I don't know if it has anything to do with me only getting 6 hours of sleep every night.
Can I just say I'm very not familiar with you calling yourself fat. Yeah, I get it, but I'm so unfamiliar because I honestly, I talk to Andrew now. I have a closer association to Andrew back then. Get my point? So I was like, even to hear you go, now that I'm fat, I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't like, I can't take you saying it. Like when I say it, I'm like, I'm an asshole. That's cool. But Andrew.
No, but it's, I feel that it's something that people who are overweight should accept. Instead of
hey, back up! You're fat shaming, bro. I don't think you. Hey, pull out a scale. I don't think you're only 95, man. You're a bit too light to start, identify.
No, but it's this actually goes into it, right? So what I've heard is Asians tend to accumulate fat around the belly very easily, and as you can see, my limbs, they're not exactly like fat compared to.
Yeah, I was gonna say they look quite dense. Like you got that.
Like
they look like farmer strength, bro.
Yeah, like it's alright, but
yeah,
there are.
No, right hand bigger than his left hand. You right hand, left hand. What's going on?
But what was I gonna say?
Sorry, did I throw you off your train of thought? Talking about Asians, more fat.
Oh yeah. So because I maintain all the fat in my belly, it kind of increases my risk of certain diseases, right?
Oh man,
because
don't say that.
Well, it's the truth.
No,
right?
you can't. I don't care if it's truth. I've just been teasing you. You say that now, I look like even worse. Shit, Andrew, you're gonna get me cancelled.
Oh no, don't worry about that. But no. If I was to gain weight in the way where it evenly distributes throughout my body,
You look like a sumo wrestler.
Oh, yeah, like that. Then that fat isn't very dangerous. But because I accumulate fat in the belly, it's particularly unhealthy for me. And there was something I remember reading. So there's actually two different types of fats in the body, right? There's the fat that's stored in fat cells, and there's just fat that is stored around your organs. And I think from what I've researched, my fat is probably fat stored around organs and not fat cells. And the fat stored around your organs is what you call bad fat. And you don't want to have that fat your
fucking run, Andrew. Hit a fucking treadmill.
No, but like that's the thing, right? Cardio doesn't necessarily.
No, case by case, yes. Yeah. There's a lot more to it than just cardio.
Yeah. And like I said before, it's more like diet first. So
diet 70%, exercise 30%. Like I mean, like the contributing factors.
Yeah. So diet. Like the way I would build it is diet's 50.
Ooh.
True. Emotion and stress. And all that stuff is 30 or even 40. And then what you exercise is like 10 or 20.
Okay.
Because
I feel like one of those percentages should have been sleep.
Well, sleep would go into
the stress and emotion.
I guess so, but then if you were to factor it that way,
you'd break it down some other way. Yeah, you'd attribute a percentage. I get it. Yeah. No, I understand. Okay. So, you were telling me the whole being fat now has affected your sleep quality. Yeah. How? Like it's shit on something. You're not being able to get the fucking breath out properly. gonna develop sleep apnea?
Like, I don't know about that because I've only started.
Because you were sleeping when it happened.
No, I've only been starting getting sleep problems since this late December.
So since the podcast.
No, like late
It's the
December.
podcast's fault. Fuck.
Well, it can't be that, right? Because I said late December.
Yeah.
We did the podcast in like
November, October.
I think October.
Yeah, October. Woo.
But like, I've only started getting sleep problems recently, and right now I'm just trying to pinpoint what the problem could be, and I'm not 100% certain yet.
Didn't you say that it was the point of sleep that you're struggling with is getting to sleep, right?
Oh, that was a problem I had, but I solved that problem.
Perfect.
But now my problem
you're getting to
is
sleep, but you're waking up going, I
want more sleep.
But you're not, and it's not extremely definite to just go, oh, you're just missing out on more sleep. If you slept more, you'd be fine.
Yeah.
Maybe it's more to that. Like, for example, you told me you only get 6 hours, right?
Yeah.
Before this, you would only get 6 hours and be okay. Now you're still getting 6 hours, but you're not okay. Is that what you're saying?
No, because what happened was that, like, most people, so personally for me, at 6 o'clock, I would wake up. So if I slept at 9, I would wake up at 6. If I slept at 1, I would wake up at 6. But now, if I sleep at 9, I wake up at 3. If I sleep at 10, I wake up at 4. So for me...
Oh my. So you're... Right, and that's why you pinpoint that it's not necessarily to do with the amount of time that you've been given, it's to do with the way in which the sleep is being carried out, which is why you think it's sleep quality, which is why you think it's... you guess one of the components might be the fact that you're fat. But then we'd also then say, because you're not getting enough sleep, might have caused...
Yeah.
So there's a lot of, and then we also bring into, this mix isn't done. We've got the studying and the stress and the late night So I think there has been a disruption to your sleep pattern as well. There's been a disruption to this extent whereby when you do get your proper sleep, when you don't get your proper sleep, it's almost like it was a perfect storm of you're gonna be fat and have bad sleep.
Kind of, right? But there are ways to break out of it, and it's kind of a factor where you have to try and find out what you can control to help yourself out. Like, for example, it like depends on this. Like, what I found out is it depends on the sleep apnea, because for some people, what happens with their sleep apnea is that they go to sleep.
Wait, you don't have sleep apnea, do you?
Well, I don't know.
You need to find someone to sleep with you to hear.
But like, here's the thing that I keep on trying to remember to do, but I keep on forgetting, and that's downloading one of those Snore Lab like app things that record how you sleep, and then if you listen to that, then it will like. You can hear where you move around and all that stuff, and you can hear your snore and how bad you're snoring. But like, depending on like the person, the sleep apnea being fat might be a big factor, and another factor is that you're just sleeping in the wrong position. So you're sleeping on your back, but because you got fat, now your airway's clogged.
Yeah.
So if you sleep on your side, then maybe your tongue will go back and like
open the airway so you can breathe. Yeah. Usually, that's what I used to hear too. Like if someone was snoring and you're sleeping with them, you would just roll them over to their side. If they're on their back, you roll them to their side, and then.
Well, that's not a like silver bullet, right? That's one solution to a certain problem, because genuine sleep apnea, even if you roll them onto their
too
side,
fat, I can't even roll you over.
but like the fat in your like mouth or something could like cause like a minor obstruction where your like throat would vibrate or something when you're like breathing deeply, and then that might stop you from getting deep sleep as well.
Okay. Well, mate, why didn't you just put your phone out, hit record, and just go to sleep and figure it out? Oh, I snore. And then you'll go, all right, I need it, or I don't snore, and then look into it. Because, yeah, man.
I told you I keep on forgetting.
Well, now you won't forget because there'll be a part of this, and once it's up, I'll resend it to you. Like, hey, man, this part of the video where you said that you'll remember to. In fact, I'm gonna tell myself now for the editing a timestamp. Yo, we'll probably name this like, hey Andrew, record your sleep, mate, and then we'll talk about that. Yeah, because in doing that, well, there's an app for it, right? You're gonna get some kind of app, whatever it is, and it will figure out like your movement, the sounds, and then you'll be able to have a good. Because I wanted to tap into at some stage. I feel like you need to talk to some kind of specialist about sleep, bro. Like I know you, probably. And especially being an intelligent kid, but also we Asian, man. We're about to spend money if we don't got to spend money, but yeah, we do our research online, and you've been doing a lot of research, right? But I feel like at some point you're gonna hit the point where you're like, you have to accept like, oh, I've been able to do everything I can in my power. Now take it to a higher power.
Yeah. So
the doctor, science.
So like that's where if I was to lose weight, I would try various sleeping methods, and if it didn't help me, then go into.
You've got a lot to like solve for yourself, kind of thing. There's like a lot of room for you to.
Yeah, there's a lot of options for me to explore before going to a specialist. Because when you go to a specialist, you basically sleep at their clinic, and then they'll record you, and then they'll say, "Hey, this is what's wrong. This is what's wrong. Maybe you might have surgery to
give me your money."
Well, here's the thing, alright? We're young.
Exactly.
Me giving them like $1,000, $2,000 now to save me problems when I'm 50 is 100% worth it. Because during now and 50, I'm gonna make more money than that.
Oh, baller. Oh yeah, definitely more than $1,000. Holy shit.
But like that's what you have to put in this perspective, right? It's not that I'm afraid of spending money on my health and myself. It's more that there's some clear-cut solutions that I can go for.
There's like room before you hit the ceiling, kind of thing. Yeah, no, for sure. I understand. Like, you've hung around me long enough to know I'm a big proponent of you doing everything in your power first. And that's what I said. Like, I feel like there might come to a stage, but yeah, you've listed it yourself. Like before, you're worried about hitting up a specialist, but you're struggling to sleep. You start going, okay, what has my education taught me? My education has taught me how to do research. So now I'm doing research. You do research. You go, cool. Weight, diet. These are the things that I have problems with. And I can fix this. I don't have to go to a specialist to fix this. I just need to and should be able to. I'm struggling to right now because of whatever's going on in my life, but I'm gonna fix this, and once I fix this, it should solve my problem. Now my problem isn't solved, great, it's out of my hands now I gotta now I gotta get a practitioner.
Like, so when I was exercising, I was going to the gym. I actually loved going to the gym because I went to the gym, I had a shower, and at night I always have really nice sleep.
Conked out. Yep.